Hey guys, Mr. Backerberg here. In this video we're going to take a look at boundedness. So we say that a function is bounded above if there's some specific number that is greater than or equal to every other number in the range of our function. And whatever that number is called the upper bound. So what's really happening here is if we were looking at a graph, and let's say our graph was a parabola that was facing downward. This graph has a highest point on it. There's a highest y value in the range of our graph that we don't go above. So we would say that this function is bounded above because there's a highest point. So whatever number that would be the upper bound value. Now similarly, a function can also be bounded below if there's some value that is less than or equal to every number in the range of our function, and that number would be the lower bound. So if we had a parabola that was facing upward this time, there's a lowest value that our graph never drops below. So that would be the lower bound of our function. Now graphs can have both upper and lower bounds, and if that happens, then we just say that our function is bounded. So it is possible to have a highest and a lowest value that your graph will never go above or below. We're going to look at an example here, and we're going to look at the function f of x equals 3x squared minus 4, and we're going to check its boundedness. And we're going to do so by graphing it out. So I've got my function typed into my calculator, and I'm going to hit the graph button, and we can see that we've got an upwards facing parabola, and it looks like our graph goes down 4 spaces. So we would say that this graph would have a lower bound at -4. So this graph is bounded below at -4. Now there is actually a way for us to confirm the boundedness of our graph. And what I want you to think about is x squared values. When you square a number, it's always positive or 0. So it's always greater than or equal to 0. Well, if we were to multiply both sides by 3, well, we would get 3x squared is greater than or equal to. On the right-hand side, when we take 3 times 0, we still get 0. And then if we were to subtract 4 from each side of our inequality, we would get the function that we were dealing with on the left-hand side. So we would get 3x squared minus 4, and on the right-hand side, we would get -4. So all of those values, all of those y values from the 3x squared minus 4 function have to be greater than or equal to -4. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.